People might think that after 6 years that the banks would already be done with all their foreclosure problems, but apparently not. Foreclosures in Las Vegas are up, even though nationally they are down. Now, Las Vegas is not the worst metropolitan area, but it is pretty bad. So even after 6 years, it looks like the banks are taking their time going through their foreclosure inventory. And the report out is that 1 in every 688 homes in Las Vegas has received a foreclosure-related filing in November. This is up 25% from October, and it is up 4% from last year, November. Now, talking about the worst metropolitan area, that turns out to be Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They topped the foreclosure list. Harrisburg, for every 341 homes in Harrisburg, one of them has received a foreclosure filing. 1 in every 341 homes in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Atlantic City was number 2. 1 out of every 375 homes in Atlantic City received a foreclosure filing. Now we're going to go to the information the banks do not want you to know. I can tell you personally, in Las Vegas, there is a huge problem with squatters. Now here is why the foreclosure problem keeps on raging in Las Vegas. Because the banks sometimes just forget about the houses. For 2 up to 3 years after the original owner stops paying on the mortgage. Yes, the original owner of the house stops paying on his mortgage, and he just walks away from the house, and sometimes the house sits there for 2 years empty. The banks do nothing. And then, of course, what happens is we have a cottage industry that has just popped up in Las Vegas. A cottage industry. They are professional squatters. Now, some of these people are professional criminals. They get all the paperwork together. They go out and look for people who want to live in a house pretty cheap for a year. And it's all very, very professional. Very, very professional. There are even how-to manuals on the internet if you want to know how to be a squatter. So the problem in Las Vegas is big when it comes to squatters. A matter of fact, each and every time, 100% of the time, when a bank finally gets off their ass and they go in to foreclose on the home, remember, the house, there's been no payments on the mortgage for 3 years, and finally, when the bank finally gets off their ass and goes to foreclose on the home, 100% of the time there is a squatter in the house. And then that's a whole new problem that has to be dealt with. This is the secret information that the banks don't want you to know. This is what's happening on the streets. The police know about it. The banks know about it. The banks even hire a special employee who has to go out and check out the houses and deal with the squatter before anything else can be done. Yes, it is a problem, and it continues to be a problem.